can set the world on fire. With fire and desire. You can set the world on fire. Chase your dreams and you will.
Hi, I'm Ray Bishop for the iDream project, and today we're talking with journalist Petra Rijnbeek about her dreams and her career.
You got to become your dream. You got to become your dream. You got to become your dream.
Hi, my name's Petra Rijnbeek. I'm here being interviewed for the iDream project, and I'm really excited to be here to motivate young people to follow their dreams, because I'm a big believer in setting goals, that they are dreams in action. Thank you.
Every day is a chance to live your dream. The magic deep inside you is so...
How important is having a dream to you?
It's everything. I think it's the difference between existing and living.
Wonderful. Now, when did you first think about becoming a journalist or working in that field?
I sort of had a really long journey actually arriving there from the initial dream, and I think dreams can change shape along the way. So I think it's really important that you continually check in with yourself. So my first dream was when I was about 13, and I remember seeing some of the anchors on TV and reading magazines and thinking how exciting it is not only to meet those kinds of people, but to utilise their stories to share inspiration with the masses. I took a long time actually getting to do journalism, because my path took many different turns, but I never lost sight of that dream, that was something that was deep in my soul, that I really wanted to do, and that I wanted to have a voice. And so eventually it became reality, and my dream came to fruition, which was really lovely. So, yeah.
Very cool. So what was it like when you did finally achieve that dream?
I felt like I finally fitted my skin. I felt that I was sitting comfortably in the chair. Before that, something was always a bit itchy or a bit comfortable or a bit short or a bit shy. And then I found that I actually was sitting in the right seat, and everything just felt right and it clicked. And everything was working for me. It wasn't always going against the tide or trying to climb an impossible mountain. It actually, it was working. I was going with the flow for a change, and I think that's a really good key to look for.
Got to learn skills for life, use our minds. Got to use what we know to grow inside.
So with regard to attaining the right amount of knowledge, what does it actually take to be good at what you do?
I think there's two answers to that question, and I think it's really important to address both of them, because there are people that will take the education track, go to journalism school. Potentially they might go through the marketing avenue first, which is the way I went. But I don't think you necessarily need to feel that it's always about university or a piece of paper or a degree. I think when passion runs deep, when your river is deep and rushing, you will get to your goal no matter what. But it's about always putting your hand up and saying, I want to do it, pick me, I'll give it a go, not shying away from opportunities, whether they pay or don't pay. It's not about the money packet. I think it's really important to realise that your dream is about life fulfilment. So I think that depending on the type of journalism that you want to do, you'll take many different avenues. If it's TV, you do need to actually have some training, because it's about elocution, it's about phrasing, it's about tone and diction, things like that. But if it's about the written word, I think that it's a skill you can develop over time. You don't necessarily need to go to journalism school. However, I think in New Zealand, that piece of paper gets you in the door a lot quicker. So I think a little bit of everything, a bit of smarts, and definitely education as well.
Fantastic. And what things did you have to focus on specifically to get you there?
Well, I could talk underwater with a mouthful of marbles, and I could also write until the cows come home. So for me, my biggest lesson I had to learn was restraint. And also understanding this was not my story. This is somebody else's story, that I'm a vehicle. So the lesson I had to learn was to not flavour the story with my own word. It was using my skill to tell a story rather than my own actual voice, and that was something that I really had to learn, and it was people that taught me that. I think it's taking wisdom from those who have been there before you and really listening to them and saying, okay, show me, teach me, and having the patience to not run first, to walk. And that was something that I kept learning over and over again. Sometimes it takes more than once.
Take some time to appreciate what you've got. Go get what's yours, don't be afraid. Never be afraid. Search to find that passion.
Where were you born?
I was born in New Zealand, in Waitakere. I don't often admit that.
And what was it like to grow up there?
Well, coming from a completely European family, my mother's Italian, my father's Dutch, I was the first New Zealander. So I almost sort of took on that crown of being extremely proud to be the Kiwi, and I take it very seriously. Whenever I'm overseas, I'm a huge advocate for New Zealand, and I believe that we have a very different flavour than anywhere else in the world. And I have travelled extensively throughout all of the world, and I think that we have a uniqueness that can't be taught. We have a great sense of humour. We have a tenaciousness that makes us never give up. And that's one of my favourite songs, Pick Yourself Up, Dust Yourself Off and Start All Over Again. I think that's really important. So growing up in New Zealand for me meant freedom. It meant to have a unique and open voice, but it also meant to be as proud and as loud as you can, because we are a small country, but we're a big people.
Did you know, obviously coming from the West, did you know you were going to be successful from that place?
Yeah, I think that it doesn't matter where you're born and what zone or what demographic you're under, or whether you're privileged or not. It's about choosing from that day of consciousness, I'm going to be successful. So yes, I did. I knew the very moment I could speak that I was going to be somebody of importance, because I wanted to make a difference. And I think it's hard to make a lifetime commitment, so just make a daily one. Every day, choose me. Every day, choose success. Every day, choose to just try and be that little bit better that you can, because it's hard. But if you choose it every day, then it's a smaller commitment. So yes, I did know that no matter what I was going to do, I wanted to make it big and exciting and fun the whole way.
That was journalist Petra Rijnbeek, and I hope that her story inspires you to follow your dream.
Fire and desire, you can set